This video is going to be about how emotions impact what we eat and how we eat. Food is supposed to make us feel good, energetic and happy. Our body needs it for growth and development, energy and repair and maintenance. But these days, we view food with doubt and suspicion. In spite of so much of advances in science and technology, why is obesity increasing all over the world? And every day we hear about lifestyle diseases impacting our health. It is not only about what we are eating and how we are eating, it is also about how consistent we can be. I have seen that so many people start off eating healthy, but they cannot continue doing so. So do our emotions have a role in this? My daughter always puts on a couple of kgs when she's studying for her exams. Because of stress and anxiety, she turns to food for comfort and she eats salty and sugary food which offers temporary relief. Also, have you seen people binging during weddings and during parties? Even when we are happy, we try to overindulge. Have you heard about the emotional eating cycle? It basically starts with feeling stressed or depressed. Then there is a sudden and uncontrollable urge to eat whatever is available, mostly junk food. After that, we feel guilty and powerless, and this leads to more stress. So we have to realize that our emotional hunger cannot be fulfilled by food. How do we recognize it? It comes on suddenly. For example, stress eating during exams. And we crave for the wrong type of food. Also, it generally leads to mindless eating. We don't even realize what we're eating, and before we know it, we have binged. Most importantly, it is not satisfied even after you're eating, because we are not eating because we are hungry, but because we are trying to satisfy some emotion. So the first step is to identify what are the triggers. What are the places or situations that make you reach for comfort food? Stress definitely impacts our health and our life. And especially when it is chronic, our body continues to produce high levels of the stress hormone cortisol. Cortisol leads to fat deposition in the body. Sometimes we eat to silence uncomfortable emotions like anger, fear, sadness, etc. Or because we are bored. For us to stop this emotional eating cycle, we have to find alternatives. There are many ways of dealing with emotional upheaval and low mood. We can talk to friends, play with a pet, exercise, listen to music, or take professional help. But it is most important to pause when the cravings hit. Do you know, when we are full, there is a hormone that is produced in our body called leptin, which signals the brain that we have to stop eating. The biggest problem is that it takes 20 minutes for this message to be conveyed, and it is during that window that we tend to overeat. I'm sure you must be familiar with the term mindfulness. It means being present in the now, completely aware. Are you aware that mindfulness can be applied to our eating habits as well? Yes, mindful eating means being present and aware. It means enjoying the smell, the taste, and the feel of food. So let's see what are the steps we can take to practice mindful eating. It is most important to schedule time for eating at least 15 minutes. It's also important to sit down for a meal without any interruptions like television, phone, etc. We should always serve our food on a plate and not eat directly from a dabba. It is also important to chew our food thoroughly and only eat till you are 80% full. Let's take time to savor and taste our food, and afterwards we should check how are we feeling. Are we feeling energized or are we feeling lethargic? When we are more aware, the mind is calmer and we make better choices. So, After we decide what we are going to eat and what is healthy, and after changing the ingredients in our food, let us also focus on how it makes us feel and how we can balance our emotions. So don't worry, eat happy.